A new AEW championship has been revealed. Plus, a WWE talent announces their exit from the company, and Masha Slamovich releases a statement following allegations of domestic violence. It's all in the Cultaholic wrestling news right now. Tony Khan had a big announcement on last night's Dynamite TE. You know what? It's been a while since he did a big announcement. I'll allow it.
I was going to say, because there was a period of time when a Tony Khan big announcement was what a Triple H big announcement is in 2025, which is nothing. But this week, we get new championships in AEW. The women have got a set of tag team titles to fight for. They're a handsome set of titles, much like the men's World Tag Team titles, of course. But it's about bloody time, Tom.
It's a long time coming. This is something that there's been in the waters for a little while in AEW, and with further emphasis being put on the women's division, which was a long time coming as well. With that comes women's tag team titles. Who wears them? Who wears them?
Everybody, all of the time. I don't know, my mind, even though it makes no sense whatsoever, it went to Harley and Chris Statlander. And I've not finished watching Dynamite from last night yet, so I don't know what happens to Chris Statlander, because I've seen the bit where she's like, ooh, decisions are made over time or whatever to Renee when she asked about the Death Riders. Is she in the Death Riders now? What's going on?
Oh, well, you'll know by now whether that's the case or not, because obviously you could have, Marina Shafir recruit someone new to the Death Riders to go for the tag titles with. Yeah. I feel like it's so funny because you said Statlander and Cameron, potentially Statlander and Marina Shafir. What if you have the odd couple team of Chris Statlander again and Willow Nightingale? Because they hate each other.
Yeah.
Force them together. Go win the tag titles.
Yeah.
They could do that as well.
I'll throw the Triangle of Madness into the conversation, Tom.
Triangle of Madness is a good shout as well. There's enough there that they're starting to build.
Mina and Tony
will be good as well, because now Tony's no longer the women's champion. You could do something fun with that. Whether you bring up Billy Starks and Athena and have that as another belt that Athena has.
Just give them both to Mercedes Moné. Why not?
Give them both to Mercedes Moné. She'd love that as well. So no news on when those titles will be crowned and how they'll be crowned, but it'll be soon, according to Tony Khan. Last night on our socials, we saw Jasmine Nix. She recovered from that beating on Tuesday quite quickly. They found her backstage. Did Fatal Influence, all beaten up, and JC Jane was like, she wasn't strong enough anyway.
Weak bitch, you bloody weak, you sir.
So we thought, maybe she's legit injured, coming back as a babyface. No, this is how she's actually let go from the company.
It's quite brutal when you look back at it.
Basically, the only time that somebody has been this brutally buried on the way out was Bret Hart in 1997.
What happened there?
Oh, there was a little thing that happened in Montreal. I found out at Montreal this week, because we did the classic Raw review for Survivor Series, that on that night, Steve Austin met Lee Majors, who played the $6 Million Man, whose character's name was Steve Austin.
Yeah.
And that got forgotten about in all the other silliness that happened that night, that Steve Austin met Lee Majors. But look, besides the point, the NXT Shed screw job took place last night, and consequently, Nix is done. She's been written off permanently. It was reported shortly afterwards that Jasmine Nix was done with WWE, and then she did a lovely video in her car, I think outside the performance centre.
Yeah, you can see a box of stuff in the back seat. You couldn't really be. She says, I just want to set the record straight that I am not re-signing with WWE. This was a personal decision I had to make for myself and my future personally. The contract that they were offering me for the next 3 years just wasn't going to cut for me financially, and that's okay.
I just wanted to give a backstory of everything. I was playing professional football in Iceland, and then I got recruited to WWE, which I left everything out there to come here for this opportunity, which I'm very grateful for. I was held back a little in the beginning. I had 4 knee surgeries, so I had to recover and rebuild my knees in order to step back into the ring. I broke my nose. That's why I was wearing the mask. I had other injuries, concussions, that kind of thing. She's like Frank Spencer. But they say there's been, we will say there's been a lot of opportunities that I have come to turn down and pass up. But now I'm out of the job, I can explore these opportunities more and take them more seriously.
I love my Jasmine Nix fans, says Jasmine Nix. Thank you guys so much for supporting me and having my back for these past 3 years. It's been an amazing journey, and I will miss you guys. And yeah, that is it for Jasmine Nix. So thanks you guys for watching, and I love you guys so much. I'm just thinking about the previous members of Fatal and of the Toxic Attraction days back in the day, because obviously Fatal Influence are the spiritual successors to those ladies, and Mandy Rose is the route I think should probably go down. Tom, that's what I'm trying to say.
So Jasmine Nix will Jasmine NY Possibly Triple X, maybe.
If you know.
Well. But also, it's like, obviously, previous skills as an athlete, I think there's lots that she can still contribute in some way, shape, or form there. Whatever Jasmine Nix chooses to do next, wish her nothing but all the best.
That's a shame to hear the contract offer wasn't there, because she's been a featured part of the show now for a long time, and I think she was rapidly improving in terms of the wrestling as well. Yeah. Obviously, one of the more impressive get-ins to a ring I've ever seen. She slides in under the bottom rope, Tom, then just goes, and then she stood up. It's just like a bloody witch.
It's all that knee surgery has really helped that, hasn't it? We wish you all the best, all the best. Now, the big story from yesterday was the allegations towards Masha Slamovich, which around a very toxic relationship with her former partner, Akira. Fightful Select reporting that Masha Slamovich was scheduled to be part of TNA's Invasion angle that closed Tuesday's show. But they say that she was pulled from the event in the wake of allegations of domestic violence. Fightful stating that, not Fightful so much, but TNA putting out a statement that suggests that she actually wasn't meant to be part of it at all.
Yeah, TNA told Sports Illustrated's John Albert that they were launching an internal investigation on the situation. WWE sources told Fightful Select that any plans of using her for the Invasion angle would be paused if there are any.
Yeah, they said there were some subsequent aggregations that said that we reported that Masha was nixed from the Invasion angle, which is not the case. In fact, we're told that Masha was never planned for the September 23rd angle and isn't even in the country, as she's in Spain at the moment. We've not heard of upcoming plans for her in the Invasion angle, and for good reason, her contracts. That's from Fightful rather than TNA. But so basically, a report went out. It was misinterpreted. So that's Fightful saying no, she wasn't planned for it. But obviously, everything is on pause whilst his investigation is taking place, and that will be the case for the time being. Masha has been very prominently featured on NXT and on TNA. She was one of the feature matches for Victory Road tomorrow was Masha versus Ash by Elegance for their Knockouts World Championship. That match has been removed from the website. I think people were clicking on it and getting a 404 error. Now that is completely gone. It hasn't been officially cancelled yet, but it has gone. But when you consider there's an investigation taking place into Masha, you can kind of put two and two together.
They're going to wait and see what they find, and then if it's all clear, she'll get back in the ring. If not, who knows what might happen.
Now, Masha Slamovich has broken her silence on the entire situation. She posted a statement on Twitter saying, "Up until the beginning of this year, I was in a toxic and mutually destructive relationship. We hurt each other deeply and in private moments failed to treat each other with the consideration and respect we both deserve. I take responsibility for my actions and I am sorry, embarrassed and ashamed of the role I played in our relationship and the way things turned out. In the time since, I have sought help to reflect on this time and deal with conflict in more mature, healthier and sustainable ways." And she says this is all that she will say on the matter. It was a harrowing read, this Dropbox that was shared online by a friend of Akira that showed what alleges to be hundreds of screen grabs of conversations between Masha Slamovich and Akira. And Masha, in a lot of these cases, if this is actually what it is, very much seems to be the instigator of a lot of it, if not all of it.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. Tom, just fair play to TNA for taking it as seriously as they are, going through all the proper procedures and whatnot, and obviously whatever happens, I guess, in this situation.
Absolutely, it does. Now, patreon.com/Cultaholic is the home of WTF moments. We've got some coming up soon, haven't we?
Yeah, my ears fell off earlier this week, so they've been reattached to my head. But that'll be the AEW All Out video will be live later today, and then WrestlePalooza will be live tomorrow. That is Friday, because today is Thursday. That's how the week works.
It does sometimes work that way. And of course, for the very latest wrestling news at any time, you can check out Cultaholic.com. Stay safe.
Goodbye now.